Welcome. I'm Sally Treanor, and this is the Watercolor series. Today we're working on clouds. I'm going to be working on a lot of different techniques and talking about the pigments that we choose for realistic clouds and types of types of kinds of clouds and times of day and that sort of thing. So we'll be specific about pigments and we'll be specific about the tools that we use. So let's begin. I'm squeezing out the sponge now, so it's very thirsty. I have absolute control now over the dampness of the paper. It makes a difference. And I'm going to use more saturated paint. And I'm going to start with cobalt again. And I'm going to do those streaks. And I'm coming directly out of my paint well. I just did a streak of cerulean and this is a combo stroke. Now, if I don't play any games with this, I'll keep those streaks of white. Those are the high altitude clouds. I think they're cirrus. But I can come back into this and kind of emphasize things so it's not just stripes. So what do I want to do? More saturation, plot your brush. Now I'm back to French ultramarine. This paper is already wetter than the first go round, but I still want those stripy clouds up there. I think I want that darkness at the top. And I'm just going into the wells of paint. Now I'm coming back with some cerulean. And that's just giving me a nice enhancement of the blue. And I'm working on top of the French ultramarine, which is granulating, and the cerulean is granulating. So that's giving us something interesting happening. Now, do I want that being that stripy? I don't think so. So I'm going to take my smaller, yet still a big brush. This is a 16. I'm almost squeezing out the paint. And I want to clean up this a bit. I want to make it a little more spontaneous looking, like this. So now let's see what spraying this will do. Who knows? Okay, so now I've just introduced a lot of water, and some of it is stayed in the spray form and some of it just invaded. So what can we do about that? Well, for one thing, let's for sure wick up this excess water at the bottom. So this is a thirsty brush. It's so important to pay attention to blotting your brush, to making sure you know how much water is in your brush and going from there. I'm getting some beautiful granulation happening in this. And how can I enhance that? Well, I can come in with more pigment, not more water, more pigment. So we're looking for saturation. I'm back to my mop. And I'm gonna, I'm not dropping in this color, although I might at some point. I'm on the side of my brush. It's a granulating pigment. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I like this. I like this. I don't like that can. corner. I'm not making sweeping strokes. I've still got that dynamic, and I'm going to keep it. Still got a lot of excess water on here. I don't quite like all the white over here, so I'm going to come back in. Again, I'm using not the tip, but the side. I like the places where I've got some deeper, darker stuff happening, and that's all the French ultramarine. It's a darker blue, literally. And I'm getting some beautiful granulation. I'll have to take a picture of this for you. Thirsty brush here to correct a little something there. If I wanted, I could also come in again with the permanent rose. It's only a piece of paper. I think I'll do that just to see what happens. Again, I'm staying pretty saturated. And side of my brush, but this time I'm using not the mop, but the 16. Quite a bit of water on the paper. Ooh, I think I like that. I'm almost dropping this color in because I'm touching the paper so lightly. And so it is not, I'm not forcing the mix. It's watercolory thing is to mix itself. Now I have puddles down at the bottom. But take out the excess, let it bleed again. I don't like this by itself. There should be more here. There. Apropos of I don't know what. But we kept the streaks. We kept that dynamic, which talks to you about high altitude winds when you have streaks like that in the sky.